Good evening. The repercussions of what is happening in Afghanistan have started to show up in the world finance markets. Afghanistan was propped up by American presence, and America's troops have started to decline and have reached less than 10,000 at one point of time. The role of the American army was reduced to supporting the newly formed Afghan army, which proved to be inept. As soon as the American withdrawal started, the Taliban started to move in and capture various parts of Kabul. Jalalabad, Mazar-e-Sharif, all these important towns started to fall. Within 10 days, even Kabul fell. And then Hamid Karzai, the former president of Afghanistan, went and discussed with the Taliban for an official surrender. But not everyone seemed to be happy with Taliban. With the Amarullah Saleh, the successor to Ahmad Shah Massoud, saying that a new resistance government movement has been started at the Panjshir Valley, and he said he is the real legitimate ruler of Afghanistan, with Tajikistan becoming the first country to recognize Amarullah Saleh as the true president of Afghanistan. But while this was going on, Afghanistan is in the midst of a serious economic crisis. The IMF has been sanctioning funds which could be drawn by the Afghan government at regular intervals. One such tranche of money was due to Afghanistan on the 23rd of August this year. The amount of $350 million. Now, this $350 million will not be disbursed on time because the Afghan people do not have a government. The international community is yet to decide which government will be recognized and whether the recognized government of Afghanistan will honor all the conditions that was accepted by a previous government. Therefore, it looks like that the Afghanistan people will not get the desired funding. This will put Afghanistan under a lot of pressure and push the Afghan currency down because there will be a severe shortage of foreign exchange. Just because they didn't have enough foreign exchange, they had to borrow from the IMF. This means Afghanistan will have little or no money to import. This will put pressure on the Afghan currency and it will begin to depreciate. But it is not only Afghanistan which is going to be under severe stress. It is also going to be the Pakistani economy which is going to be under severe stress. This is because most of the refugees who cannot afford to flee the region to safer pastures in Europe and America will decidedly move to India and Pakistan. These stateless people will move into Northwest Frontier Province and Peshawar. It will be very difficult for Pakistan as a state to feed them. And this humanitarian crisis could spin out of control. Just like Ajmal Kasab was an unemployed boy who was promised that he would reach heaven and his family would be suitably rewarded by Lashkar-e-Taiba. Thousands of Afghani youth will be radicalized and be ready to commit terrorist acts in Pakistan, and the Pakistan government will actively encourage such forces to be smuggled into India. Therefore, even India can expect that there will be some problems in the coming months. But the main brunt of the problem will be faced by Pakistan, which will have a humanitarian crisis in its hands, with millions of Afghan population trying to settle in western province. The problems in Baluch will get stronger and make life difficult for Imran. This will embolden the Pakistani religious parties, who already are very strong, and the Taliban would like to export their Taliban style of government to Pakistan, and this will put Pakistan and its economy under severe pressure. Already, there has been a substantial devaluation in the value of Pakistan currency because of their inability to pay interest in US dollars for loans taken. Pakistan has $8.8 billion of notes which are outstanding. These are basically Pakistani bonds in hard currency listed by the then Pakistan government. The principal and the interest has to be paid in US dollars, of which very little is available in Pakistan. From May and June, when this Biden plan was announced, the Pakistani bonds have collapsed by 4%. And also, as the day in which Taliban troops entered Kabul, a further drop drop of 1% in value of Pakistani bonds happened. Pakistani bonds going down by 5% means that the new investor will get a high yielding value. Suppose the interest was 7% for 100 rupees and he will still get 7 rupees, but the principal paid back to the holders of Pakistani bonds will be $95. Today, this means that the interest cost for Pakistani bonds has moved up, which will make it very difficult for Pakistan to raise money. Sooner or later, Pakistan has to go back to the IMF with a begging bowl. The crisis in Afghanistan has begun to affect the economy of Pakistan for the worse. Thank you for watching. Be rich. It's a great privilege and honor that so many of you in thousands have subscribed to my channel and have supported me. I have written 2 books in English, The Alchemy of Money and Ordinary Stocks, Extraordinary Profits. These books are published by us and are ready. If you want to procure a copy, send us a message to the WhatsApp number given below and my team would respond to you. If you want an Amazon Kindle copy, you can click the link below. Finally, those who wish to consult with me can send a mail to berichenglish@gmail.com. Once again, I thank you for your support. If you like this video, press the subscribe button of my channel, hit the like button and turn on the bell notification.